Welcome back, Rangers. This is David with Faramir's Rangers. And here we are. We're starting into part 3 and then part 1 to part 2. We had some transitions. We sold off some regions to our enemies just to make money so that we could build armies from the money that they gave us to kill them with. Smart, huh? Let's do it. Alright, let's take a look here. One thing I forgot to do, and I want to do before the end of the turn, is we need to fix up Moldavia so we can get this region starting to turn into a profitable one. Let's get that turned back on. That brings our income up to 45. Now, I'm not going to want to have this army camped out here forever in Moldavia because, number one, it's not a very rich region. There's not a lot of potential for it. There's no ports that will come up, and you only have one town that will show up here. So it's not going to be a very rich one. I mean, you do have the iron mine, but it's not a real wealthy producing one, as it is a meager yield. But like I said, this is basically to hold the Ottomans off from doing anything malicious against us. So that's kind of where we are with that. Now, what I am going to be doing is I'm going to be shifting these armies over here to take a strike at Dagestan's acquired regions that we gave them. So we're going to be taking those back, and then we're going to scoot in here and take over Dagestan and see if we can make them a protectorate, and that will help protect our border there against anybody else from coming up on the south. And then we'll have Georgia we'll have to deal with, and also, you know, Don Viasco, which we gave to the Ottomans. Like I said, right now, they're not going to be able to produce anything but Muslims really here. So it's not really a threat whatsoever. So we'll just build a small army to keep a watch on them. And we'll basically deal with them as we can. Now, this army right here has only got 12 units that we're going to be sending up here to take care of the Swedes. Hopefully we'll take them on in piecemeal, take Ingria, and I can keep feeding troops up to them as we recruit. So that's the plan there, Stan. We're out of cash. The dough is gone, so we will look to make an intern. Just want to make sure we got everything done we need. All right, let's roll. All right, let's take a look. We got a couple things built. So let's take a look here. Let's keep this army moving up. And we'll come into conflict with the Swedish forces. We're going to continue to recruit here. And we're going to start making our way over here. Consolidating these forces. It's going to take a little bit of time to get over there. Alright. So we got a pretty good stable force here to hold that flank. We got 3,600 to spend still. 4,300 next turn. So we're going to keep building up our towns. And we're going to start doing is building up our capitals, because we need those to be pretty strong. But I want to make sure that we have all this built up. I might wait actually one turn, because I need to get this started going. This is pretty vital important for us. Again, we want to make sure we're building up our capital region the most. This will give us a 12% bonus versus just a 9% tax bonus. It's pretty good. That 3 extra percent will actually go quite a long way when you consider that we're talking about 6,000 in income, and you can see here we've already got this up to 15, so you can see how we're really rolling. Next turn, both of these will be finished, so we're going to need to pay attention to that, because that's going to help us as well. And then the next turns, as we're researching this is when we start getting into negative happiness. So that's why it's vital to start getting this built. So we are going to hold off on some of that expenses that we're going to be, some of that income that we have, and look to use that towards building up our capital buildings. All right, so let's take a look at this force, because I want a good force to go after this region over here. So we're going to start moving these guys towards, and they will start reinforcing this army. So right now we're looking at 5 units of our little basic militia melee units. We got 3 cav units and a general's bodyguard, and then we got 2 additional that are coming. So we're just actually going to juice that up a little bit more, get 2 more guys sent over. We got 2 additional being recruited here. I don't think we need any more over here. So let's see. I think we can end the turn here, as we have done all we can do. You see the Ottomans are building up an army here. It's probably not going to be a very good one. Imagine it's going to have quite a bit of Muslims. Now, I do kind of want to go after the Ottomans here on this front, because they don't have cav. They won't be able to recruit cav till later in the campaign. So we can take advantage with our cav superiority against the Ottomans, and they won't really have an answer to us. They'll be easy pickings, because you can see here they do have artillery, but everything else is these are really good units. The Samant Janissaries, don't get me wrong, really good, really good as far as melee goes. 7 morale, really good units. But this is trash, and the Israelis are really good militia as well. But I want y'all to keep in mind, we can surround them with a superior force, and especially that they're small. Their armies are small. Alright, so we got our technical advances done. We got our colleges done. We got a new town already in Moscow. We're going to build another college here. Okay, this is going to give us more public disorder, but we're going to start building this up. So we've got a lot of things going here, hopefully in the right direction. Okay, we're going to lay that to siege. We'll actually attack them in just a second. We're going to combine these guys up and really make a go of it on this. We can bring our army out and see how we are in public order. Actually stable. So let's go ahead and let's make an advance onto this region. Let's go ahead and keep the fight going. Alright, let's get him over closer so we can see what we're dealing with here. Luckily, they don't have a lot. They have 1 line infantry. You can see they're starting to already build that up. So we want to get after them fairly quickly. I don't want to get too close, but I want to get close enough that we can strike them or maybe pull them away. And we can come in here and take this and then get them out in the open where we can combine all of our armed forces to take them out. But we got a pretty good army starting here. Already 11 units, and then after that we got another 4 coming in. So we'll have up another 15 unit army ready to go against them. We're going to continue to send up some men up here to this army. I want this to be a really nice large army that we can take on Sweden, because Sweden's going to really start pushing after us. And we want to be ready for that up here. Alright, so things look fairly stable. We have 900 to spend. I don't want to go overspending too much, but I do want to keep building up these guys. They're cheap, and we can really do a lot of stuff. Now you can see we're down to 32 in income. That's because of all the men that we're recruiting. We're 2,000 over budget right now, and that's where our expenses are coming from. But we need to build up these armies so we can start really taking advantage over some of these regions that we're going to be taking over. Now, Bulgaria is not going to be a very wealthy region. You can see it's 315 and going down, whereas we're now starting to break flat on all these regions that were always going down in income, and it's because of the research we did. We're still down 2 here, but that's because we haven't built roads or anything. We gave this one up. So that's one problem that we have to fix. We need to start building our roads so that we have income, or you can see here how we're flat, but these are down because we haven't built roads, because the roads will actually give us that income to actually make us in the positive. So that's something we'll look to doing soon. But you can see Muscovy is really going to start building up strong income for us. All right, let's end the turn. Looks like the Prussians have taken Poland from Poland-Lithuania and also West Prussia. So something to keep an eye on. Okay, so this is really good. They're coming out in the open. We're going to retreat from that. We're going to get all of our troops together. All right, we got us another I can't even think, gentlemen. All right, so right now we have 2. We got 1, so we'll start getting more as we should get up to 6 gentlemen as we get going. But right now we're looking pretty good. We got 5 turns before both of these are finished, and then 7 turns when we start going after division of labor. So looking pretty good there. Over here we have this region is going to really start making income for us. Now if we look, you can see that our income has really started pumping up for Tartaria. We're going to really keep that pumping up and going up, because it's on the rise where these are not. And you're going to see Ukraine is actually almost passing Karelia as our number 2 region. And that should happen pretty quick. And look, Moldavia is not a bad region either. It's close into Tartaria. So that tells you how bad the other regions that we owned before were. Because just taking Moldavia actually has benefited us quite a bit. All right, so here you can see they still don't have much. We're going to go ahead and siege that. We'll attack them in just a moment. You can see they have some other troops coming in, but they're all trash. So we can really sweep in and just go to town over here against the Ottomans. And they don't really have anything here either to oppose us. So we'll come down here, take a look at this region. Just keep a good spy in on this. Alright. We're going to bring everything together on this fight. We got 3,200 to spend. We'll do that. I'm surprised that spy has not hit us here. Usually they'll destroy this building. But we're going to start building that up. It gives us 3 turns to get this completed before anybody can wreck that from Sweden. So I think we can get that done. So I think that's a pretty wise move because it does really boost up our income from 600 to 900 in wealth. And for us, that's going to put this over at what, 62, almost 63 right there. So that's really, really good. Now, one other thing we're going to do, we got 1,000 left to spend. I think it's going to be wise that we do take some time to spend some money on actually waiting and seeing what damages we have to repair from some of these battles we're about to commence on. So let's first get down here and see what we can do here. We can actually get over here and take this region without a fight. And that should draw them over without having the garrison force. And I think that's actually what we're going to do. Actually, we can demand surrender. Let's build that back up. It costs us 340. I want you over here so we can see what's coming off that flank, because they will be coming. Make no mistake, they will be coming. We're going to combine these guys up. And I want to get them close, but not so close they can't retreat if they do attack us. But I want them close to where I can get them to reinforce this region, because they will be coming. Alright. One thing I did forget about doing, and you guys can't, is you need to replace these ministers as you can. You can see here, I didn't even look, but this is actually a pretty good minister. And we also have some other really good ones that we can use later. This one not so much. This one's got frugal and thrifty. I don't like that, and he also has summoner, which is bad. But anyways, we got some other candidates we can put in if somebody dies. All right, let's get after it. We're going to take St. Petersburg. All right, so it's good we noticed that we don't have that general there. So we are going to spend all that money that we had left to build that general. It's vitally important that we do have that general. So let's go ahead and now fight this battle. I can't stress enough the importance of a general when playing as Russia. It is critical to your success. Now, if you're defending a fort, you know, it's not as necessary. But when you're on the move and striking out and making aggressive moves, which you're going to need to do as Russia, that's the whole point of what Russia is being aggressive. So you're going to have to use that aggression in the right ways, and you have to use it with a good general bodyguard to support your army. All right, so nice cav here. I mean, I love that I got 3 Reg of Horse here. I'm going to put the general over here, and we're going to set the artillery up over here. I don't even care if they destroy my artillery, really, honestly. I'm more concerned with they actually ended up in the worst possible spot. Let's get our cav over here. Come on. Actually, I only got 2 kills on that. Nice. Not so nice. Alright, he's going to hit us. Actually got a nice shot there. We can take out all their cav right here. That'd be awesome. All right. That was perfect. Really setting them up here good. Can't believe they're still fighting here. This is perfect. They're going to come running after my artillery, and we can really take them out right here. So one militia is going to get eliminated right here. I don't really care what they're doing there because they're toast. Okay, we're going to need to rest these guys up. Bring them over here so we can really break this fool down. All right, let's get them. It's coming from different angles. Taking a little bit more damage than I want. There he goes. He's about to break. And he's done. This one should go in a second. Alright, artillery. I don't even need you, to be honest with you. Alright, he's done. Don't need to run them down. Can take you around to get him. We're about to make a push onto this guy, which should be easy kill. Alright, he's done. Let's get over here. Alright, you guys over here. Alright, and he's done. Let's go ahead and advance. They are completely surrounded now. We do have this unit here, but he is no concern. We can just run this guy around, get him nice and tired before we go into melee. Oops. Alright, they're in trouble, and they know it. Let's go full melee. Okay, this unit is on the move. You can stop. Alright, he's just a citizen, so he should break pretty quick. This battle is over. Their general is dead. Alright, he's toast. And their line infantry should be toast in a second. We didn't take too much damage off our melee troops, but we did take a little bit off of our firing units, which is okay. We'll fix them up in just a minute. Don't want to hit those shows to freeze. Alright, that's it. Let's finish it. Close victory, whatever. It don't matter. They're done. That's what matters. Okay, so we lost 242. They lost 600, basically. So there we go. We have Ingria now, and this is going to be a really nice region for us. So let's take a look at this. That brings us up to 4,100 in income. And as far as regions go, now Ingria is over Tartaria for our middle of the road income level. It's now our fifth, and Tartaria is our fourth. So that's really good news. We got a good income bringing region, and we're gonna be able to go over here and branch and take Estonia pretty soon. Now we're going to have Karelia under threat pretty soon. They have units somewhere in here. They're either going to bring them to us at St. Petersburg, or they're going to take them to over to Karelia. So that's something we got to keep an eye on. All right, we're going to build up whatever we can, which is not much, but that does at least get them moving towards full strength. And that's where we stand on that. Now we do have... Yeah, okay, so that's that. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, wait. We need to fight this battle. Let's go ahead and get this done. Alright, so the 2 artillery is what we're going to have to concern ourselves with the most. If we can maneuver them to where we can take out that artillery first, because one of those artillery is their general's bodyguard, that would be the best case scenario for us. So we'll see how we can maneuver them. More likely they're going to stay in a defensive formation because they do have artillery superiority. But there's ways to move to get them to shift and move away from their artillery a little bit. So that's what we're going to work on. Alright. We're going to come from the higher ground, since we are melee based. Alright, we're going to put our artillery unit here. Get our 2 cav units over here, our general over here, and let's get going. I don't want my cav right in front of my general just in case I lose to artillery fire some of that cav. I don't want to take the shots of getting doubled up And that's something else you don't want to ever do, is put your general's bodyguard behind your artillery, because that's a focal point of artillery of the enemy, is they're going to shoot at your artillery. Okay, so they're going to start moving their artillery. I'm actually going to keep my cav on both flanks in this fight. So they're moving their other artillery unit forward as well. Didn't necessarily have the ability to get a really great location for my artillery, but it's fine. It's going to be at least a focus on the Ottomans to try to do something against my artillery. So I'm okay with that. Here I am lining up shots for them. Speed this up. Okay, I think we can take out that artillery right here. I think we're ready to get after them. Got the cement janissaries coming in. Stop the artillery fire. Okay, we're going to get one of the artillery. Hopefully that's the general. Got a slight shot on him. Nice. That was the general. Couldn't have scripted that better. Alright, let's get you over here. The other artillery is right here. If we can get into them before they really start setting up, that would be ideal. Before they set up their artillery is what I'm talking about. Armed populace. We can carve the route right there. Nice. Okay, let's get this guy out of here. Come on. Okay, here comes another armed populace over here. Okay, hit him again. Push through. Let's go get that artillery. Let's move up. Okay, there we go. That's going to help us to chain route them. All these routing units. We're going to take out their artillery right here. Let's get our general up. We don't want our guys routing. There we go. Perfect. Where's the other cav? Okay, let's pull you over here. It's nice. My cav will actually draw some of these guys away from the fight. It's nice, they're starting to rout. Let's go into the melee. Perfect. My general. That should cause a mass rout right here. They're done. What the hell you're doing? Alright, get them. Let the general run them down. I don't know what the hell you're doing, buddy. Look at him routing. All this routing units next to him is just causing that mass rout. And then the hit in the back just finishes them off. So nice. And it's over. We're going to run them down. I want to get some chevrons. So that's why we're going to be running these fools down. I want to build up that experience because right now you can see we don't really have much. Hopefully we're going to get a nice bonus off our general after this fight. It's going to improve our morale considerably. Okay, I think that's good enough. Decisive victory. Now, let's see if we get a morale boost from our general. Get some kind of trait that gives him a morale boost. That should. I mean, especially with a victory like that. I don't see how we couldn't. 84 is all we lost. That's awesome. Okay, here we go. We didn't get any boosts off our general. I cannot believe that. We still only have cavalrymen for him, but, well, whatever. All right, so we can't really build up anything here. It's under public order. We're only making 56 off this region right now, which isn't very good, but it does give us a little bit of boost. Like I said, I mean, we're paying the expense for this army, so might as well at least get something for it. So there we are. All right, so as we fix that building, it will give us more income. And that pretty much does it for this turn. So let's end it. See what transpires with the Dagestan forces over here. And we'll see what moves Sweden wants to make. All right. Sweden is going to lose another 3 units here. That's a guarantee. Don't know where Crimea is going, but hey, doesn't really matter. Okay, so we got another building completed. Poland and Sweden have declared war on each other. That's good. That keeps Sweden a little off balance for a little bit, so that's fine with me. We've got 3 units here. All right, Dagestan did not move, and actually, that is great because we can combine up our armies together and do something about them. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and move our men forward. And I'm actually going to attack them, believe it or not, with this smaller force. Come in behind them with the cav. We're going to do that by switching them. Let's get our best unit there. And let's do it. Yeah, there's a couple reasons why I did that. Number one, I wanted to leave some movement left for my army to get back to that capital region there. And this will allow me to do it because I didn't use all my movement points off of that army. Nor off the other either, for that matter. Alright. Let it begin. Speed this up. Here's our general. He's behind him, which is perfect. First cav, second cav. They're coming in quick. That's awesome. Alright. We're going to make a Dagestani sandwich here. hit with both sides of the equation. We can come in pretty compact too. Alright, where's my bow cav? I'm gonna bring 2 to one flank, 1 to the other. I want to use my bow cav to shoot down their cav as we move forward. I'm actually going to speed them up moving, because I want to get after them. Let's fast forward, take them off a run. Alright, here we go. Let's go ahead back to the run. Time this out right. There's my general. Don't want you to be in there. Alright, let's get after him. We get in our actual melee attack, so we get in nice charge bonuses on them. Hammer time, boy. Using our bow cav to shoot at their cav. They should completely just collapse here. Starting to buckle. There we go. Let the routing begin. The arrows fly in, baby. Alright, we can stop the arrows. They're done. And we're on mop-up duty. We do not want any of these guys getting out of here. The 3 is okay. Ooh, that could have been bad. I almost hit the finish button. Don't want any of you guys getting run down by my own cav. One more. There we go. Alright, I think that's all we need to do. They are down. Yep. So that's that. Whoops. In that battle, decisive victory. That army should be kaput. And we're in business in the south, boys and girls. Only lost 118. Alright, back. And almost get you to the capital. Okay, we're losing public morale, but that'll be fixed in a moment. And I think we're in pretty good shape. 4,400 in income coming in. See what we can build here. 4 turns on that. That's great. Let's start building up some of these regions. We got 3,800 to spend. We need to fix up these armies, because we're going to be in combat soon, and we are going to be in combat over here. So we're going to need to use some of that money to fix these guys up. It's already 2,400 to fix them, and we're about to fight a battle here. So let's go ahead and get to that. Now, it's important to fight these rather than auto-resolve, because if you auto-resolve, based on the army makeup you have, you're going to take just brutal losses. So that is, if you're like auto-resolving, you're not going to like fighting this style, because you will lose an arm and a leg for men. Literally.